What up, y'all? It's your boy, Prince Jonathan, coming back to you for another thoughtful walk. Man, it's a little later in the day, but that's okay. My schedule got switched around. I had some meetings this morning, which were worthwhile. So, got to go to the gym a little bit later. Still got to get it in. As always, the mission is to sow love, to sow authenticity, and sow progression into y'all. Just, give you what you need so you can take on the rest of the day and dominate it. Now, I'm gonna say this, I do get passionate, my tone does change, so please, sometimes I say good things, but they're not always beautiful. You know what I'm talking about. Anyways, today something kind of came up, and it was like a light bulb moment for me. And it has to do with progression. I had my coaching meeting this morning. I was talking to my coach, shout out to Chris today, and he was like, yo, your brain will try to make things permanent, and things are not always permanent. Yes, for those that are like, oh, tattoos are permanent. Oh, if you die, it's permanent. Oh, if, I don't know, something else is permanent. Yeah, there are things in this life that are, but your brain is literally gonna fight to make what you're going through a permanent situation because it's safe. Admittedly, even if you're in a bad situation that just sucks, your brain is going to try to make that the safe zone, because outside of that is even more fearful because it cannot come up with everything it needs to make it feel comfortable. So what am I saying? What I'm saying is, even in my life, there's some decisions I need to make, and they're scary in sense of I've never done them. I don't know if I have everything for it. Am I prepared? Am I prepared for that leap of faith? So my brain is coming up with all the negative things to say, you can't do this, you may not be able to, and it may not work out for you. Now, my mind is like, listen, we need to do this. You wanna make 7, 8, 9 figures of income, you have to start here. You gotta move on. You wanna speak to large crowds, you have to do this stuff. You want to help people by coaching them to be their best selves, you have to start here. Things are not permanent. I grew up I grew up in the 90s, basically. So my parents came from out of the 80s and 70s, and they worked jobs that like you stayed in. Back in the day, it was like what you would get your pension, or you get your gold watch if you were there for 50 years. Now, we don't normally do that. We staying in a job more than 10 years can even be like a daunting thing for some people. Now, is it possible? Yes. And I'm not hating on anybody. But what I'm saying is, that's no longer the standard. That's no longer the norm to spend your entire life with one company. Hell, even that company may not even be there for the entire time. But we come out of culture like that, especially in the American culture. We come out of, you've been doing it. We see it with our politicians all the time. There are some that you're like, you've been in that office for as long as I've been alive. There are so many things of evidence of things are permanent. But within that, there's micro growth, okay? On a large scale drawn out for 20 years, there's growth within that. So what I'm saying is, you have an opportunity to grow within wherever you're at. You staying where you are right now is not gonna happen. Even if you stay at the same job, same pay rate for the next 4 years, you will grow in some way. Why? Because life is going to force you to. Just in sheer age, you're going to grow. Now, in your job, you will grow because you're gonna learn new things. Technology is gonna come in. So nothing is permanent. I need y'all to hear me. Where you're at is not a permanent place. You have opportunity. Every day that you get, every gift that you get, this is an opportunity for you to grow. Is it gonna take time? You bet your butt it will. Is it gonna take constant action? You bet it will. Is it going to take patience? Oh my Lord, it will take patience. Why? Because that's life. Anything that you want that's bigger than you right now, it might be as simple as, Jonathan, I want to make one new friend in the next 6 months. That don't sound like a big thing, but it might be a giant thing for you. It might be I gotta step past a feeling that hurts, a feeling that's uncomfortable. Well, it's gonna take time. It's gonna take some patience. There's no magic wand. I need you to get that out of your system. But I can bet you it will not be a permanent situation that you will be friendless forever. It's not a permanent situation. So as always, I want you to progress. That's the name of the game. Progression over everything. Even your results sometimes. Don't get caught so far in the result side. Get caught in the progression in the process. Fall in love with that process and progress. Because where you at, baby, it's not permanent. It is not a permanent place. I love you. From the bottom of my heart, I want you to succeed. Oh, and I want you to get out there and dominate the day.